וגם שעלה אם ירצה השם נסדר תיקוני החברה. We're building a society of conscious human beings. And we're a group, we're a crew, we need each other. Me and Nas Daily, family, that's it. So family. So we are a family, it's true. So, part of our family. Hi family. So he's now going to tell you what you need to be included in this inner circle of power human beings. But before we go through this, remember what he said before, is that we're not exclusive. We don't want to exclude people. And the closer you are to greatness, the more you don't look down on other people, the more you love other people, the more you respect other people, the more you want to bring them in. We want to bring them in. However, you also don't want to have bad influences. So we're open to helping everyone raise their level of consciousness, but we still got this inner circle of people who we want to be part of our crew. These are the boys you want to go in to Gaza with, you know? You got to be like, trust these are my boys. And yes, I love everyone else, but if you're not going to pull your thing, I'd rather not have you around. Number one, and we got to read this, always remembering that our avoda, our spiritual work, has to be done through excitement, joy, and opportunity. Excitement, joy, and wow, amazing, what an opportunity. Never put yourself down, never beat yourself up, no pressure, guilt, and fear. First one, who do we want in our special crew? Misha margish be'emet bekirbo ka'ev al harchag u me Hashem. That's already way beyond us. But I'm going to say it in a way we can deal with. We only want people in this group of high conscious human beings who feel a lacking in their spirituality. Who feel that they're lacking in their spirituality. It upsets me. As much as you're upset, well, he's going to say this, but as much as you're upset that you don't have an extra pair of shoes, or you're upset that someone else has something, does it hurt you that you're not completely God conscious and just walking around in joy? Now, once again, it doesn't mean that you're depressed and you're like, oh, no, that's not what it means. It means, do you feel a lacking? Do you feel a lacking? I'm lacking. I'm not exactly where I want to be. Now, that goes along with a very strong sense of self. I feel good about myself. This isn't putting myself down and saying I'm so bad because I'm lacking. It's saying, you know what? I'm doing really well. I'm doing very well. Look at all of you guys sitting here learning. That's fantastic. You're at the top of the top already. But anyone who wants to achieve true greatness has to have a yearning. I am yearning. I asked one of my students the other day, what are you struggling with? And he said to me, well, nothing. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so sad. You're not struggling with anything. That means you're not growing. You're not giving yourself a place to grow. Now, struggling doesn't have to be bad and depressed. Struggling doesn't mean, oh, I'm so bad, what's wrong with me? Struggling means I'm trying to get up the mountain. I'm on the assault course. I'm struggling. Oh, but if you're not struggling, if you're not putting effort, then you're not growing. So you want to be struggling with something. There's got to be something that you're fighting for. So that's what it's saying. If you don't have a true spiritual yearning, you're not ready to join the people who want to become fully God-conscious, loving people. And that's okay. We still love you. You can still come for Shabbos. That's okay. Because I'll still hang out with you. Babysit my children. I don't mind that. But we need people with the same goal, the same mission, and the same passionate drive. If you don't feel a lacking, then you don't have a passionate drive. So there's a very famous Mishnah in Pirkei Avot, Ethics of Our Fathers, that says, Ezehu Ashir, who is a rich person? Hasameach b'chelko, the person who's happy with what he has. So that kind of seems a bit against what I'm saying now. I'm okay, I'm doing all right. I'm happy with what I have. But there's a big problem. What? You have no aspirations? Yeah, I'm happy. I'm all right. I don't need to grow anymore. I'm fine. I'm just happy. So our sages teach us that Mishnah is talking about material stuff. I'm happy. I got enough stuff. I don't need special food and special clothes. I don't need a nice car. I have no real material aspirations. But when it comes to spirituality, I'm not samech b'chalki. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Now, I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm still happy. And look, I'm happy, but I want more. I'm happy, but I want more. That's okay. That's not a contradiction. For some people, having a lack makes them depressed, makes them upset. I'm lacking. For other people, they're happy about being lacking. Why? Because then they got something to do, something to fill. One of our major brachas, major blessings that we make every day is Borei Nefashot Rabot Chesronan. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe. Borei Nefashot Rabot, who created many souls, v'chesronan, and their lackings. Why are we thanking God for lacking? People hate lacking because it gives you a stimulus to grow. People hate to be lacking. If I'm lacking, there's something wrong with me. I'm sad. Jews, we don't hate to be lacking. We like the fact that we're not perfect. Why? Because then we can become perfect. We like becoming perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I don't want you to do my homework for me. I want to do it myself. I don't want to get the bus up the mountain. I want to schlep up the mountain. I want to do it myself. So I like chisronot. I like it when I'm challenged. So if you're not in the game, by the way, if you don't like being challenged, if you're not struggling, then you're lovely. Yeah, I love you. If you're not quite ready to join the Olympic team. I want people on the Olympic team who are like fighting. They're like, give me the baton. Put me in, coach. When I used to play football, ball with football, I used to be like, hate being a substitute. Thank God, I very rarely was. But I was like running up and down the pitch. I was like on the side. I was like, when are you putting me in? I was like a puppy. I was just like, get me in there, coach. Put me in. Anybody, I don't care what position. Just get. I want to be on the pitch. I can't not be on the pitch. You have to be one of those people. You have to be one of the people who wants to be on the pitch. Put me in, coach. Put me in. Me. So that means in everything. We're going on a teal. We're going on a how'd you say trip? We're going on a trip, and Yoni Miller, Ethan Katz says, I need 5 volunteers to come and help get the stuff on the bus. You got to run. You got to be, that's me. I want to get the stuff. You don't want to be there. Yeah, someone else will do it. And you don't want to be the middle guy who is, well, I'll do it, but it's not fair because other people are. If you're going to do it joyfully. I want to do it. Me. Thank you. Who wants to answer this question? Me. Who wants to do it? Me. I want to do it. Do you want to be in the game? I want to be in the game. I want to be in the game. Yeah.
How do we balance that desire to like want to like doing everything, but also making space for other people to be able to do what we want?
Because part of you wanting to be in the game is wanting to be part of the team. So if what's best for the team is for you not to be there for whatever reason, then that is your part. I'm playing my part by letting someone else go. That is my part. And that's even greater in a way. I'm putting myself out of the way to give that person a chance.
Yeah. How do we drop the ego of being like, I want to be in the game to like...
Oh, Peter, how do you drop the ego of I want to be in the game? Realizing it's not about you. It's got nothing to do with you. It's God's game. I'm playing God's game. I'm serving a higher purpose. It's not about me. I want to be in the game. It says in Pirkei Avot that you have to know your place. Know your place. And play to your talents and your skills. But no, you know what? This isn't for me. If someone's on the airplane and they say, we need a doctor, quickly, anyone a doctor, don't get up there and be like, yes, me, if you're not. Yeah, I want to get in there. Yeah, I'll be the doctor. You're not a doctor. Know your place. But if you are a doctor, you better stand up and step up. You got to step up. Be the person to step up. We have lackings and we like that. And we want that. And we're yearning to become greater people. Not that you just intellectually realize, you know what, I should want to grow spiritually. Who here feels that they want to grow personally and spiritually, who here would like to become a better person? You'd like to work on your character traits? You'd like to be calmer and nicer and happier? You'd like to be more holy? You'd like to step away from some of the stuff that you're doing? That's clear. But that's still an intellectual, of course I want to grow. Are you actually hurting a little bit? I really want this. In your free time, are you thinking, what are you thinking about when you're falling asleep? What do you think about when you wake up? What are you thinking about during the day? What are you investing in during the day? Is it a feeling of, I feel I'm lacking? Once again, not in a depressive way, but in a therefore I'm yearning way. So you've got to feel it. So he's saying, don't just realize it. There's a very big difference between acknowledging something and experiencing something. Acknowledging something, experiencing something. For example, we always talk about gratitude. Gratitude is one of the keys to happiness. And gratitude means focus on all the wonderful things you have, not on the stuff you don't have and what other people have. And the more you focus on what you have, the more you'll be grateful and the happier you'll be. But there's a difference between acknowledging I have a lot to be grateful for and actually feeling grateful. You could even write a gratitude list. My legs and my arms and my house and my clothes and my education. And you wrote the whole list, but you never actually took a moment to breathe deeply and feel, oh my goodness, I'm one of the most privileged people on the face of the planet. So many people never really feel gratitude, even when they acknowledge they have a lot to be grateful for. Beauty, how about beauty? Wow, that's such what a beautiful sunset. Let's take a photo of that. I wish this person with me watching this sunset. It's not as nice as yesterday's sunset, but a beautiful sunset. So you acknowledged that the sunset was beautiful, but did you experience beauty? Experiencing is an emotional attachment. It's a feeling. It's not in your head. Acknowledgement is a mental thing, an intellectual thing. I acknowledge this is beautiful. I notice. I should be grateful for these things. Experiencing is I'm moved. When it's a really powerful experience, do you know what we call it? Mind-blowing. That was mind-blowing. That was stunning. Why? Because you're not in your mind anymore. You're just, well, I'm stunned. What does it mean that I'm stunned? That was stunning. It means my mind stopped, basically. I'm just like, whoa. I'm experiencing this. It's a feeling. So we want to start not just being intellectually aware people, which would be a good start for most people, by the way, but not only intellectually aware, but emotionally invested, emotionally alive. Are you emotionally alive? Are you feeling? Are you a feeling human being? Yearning, beauty, gratitude. Do you love people? Do you just love people? Thank God, I love most people. You'd have to be really bad and for me to not love you. But just look at you. I love you. I really do. Why? I don't know. I just have love. You know what it is? I just have love. And look at you people. I love you. Love you, Jews and non-Jews. I love everyone. And trees. I love trees and mangoes. But I don't love mangoes just because they taste nice. I just love. Love is good. I think love is your natural state of being when you're not bogged down by all your stuff. What do people think of me? Oh, I'm not good enough. When you don't have that, then you just have it's like everything's okay. Everything's okay, actually. Fine. Someone said to me the other day, you seem to have a lot of energy, vitality. Why? And I said, because I'm not wasting my time thinking about stuff that doesn't help. And I'm fighting my mind and over analyzing and double guessing. I just don't have that. So I've got much more space just to be like, this is okay. Life's actually okay. Imagine. I gave a class once like this. And at the end, someone said, Rabbi, how do you know everything's okay? And I said, you know what? You're right. It's not okay. It's unbelievable. I'm just trying to get you to okay. And from okay, I can then take you to unbelievable because most people are just struggling by. I'm struggling. I'm a little bit uneasy or completely dysfunctional. But it seems like the scale is dysfunctional to slightly uneasy. Get it? It's okay. Very few people are just like, it's okay. I'm all right. Life's okay. It's all right. I'm not all right. That's what we've got to try and do. And he says, Because everyone, apart from a crazy person and a drunk person, knows that we should be yearning for love and spirituality. That's obvious. Everyone knows that. אך שבאמת ירגיש כאב לב על שנפשו מרה לו ומרגיש הוא דאגה מזה, לא פחות כמו מן דאגותיו הגופניות. Unbelievable, no? Thank you so much for talking. That means it should not, at least it shouldn't be, I did say this before, it shouldn't be any less than you're worried about your physical and material needs. I wish I had more money. I wish I was better. I'm going to focus on my looks. How much are you focusing on your looks? How much are you focusing on your material wealth? How much are you focusing on those kind of things? At least as much as that, you should be concerned about your spiritual stuff. What bothers you more when your team loses or when you forget to say an after bracha? It's like, oh no. You're like, yeah, whatever, I missed it. It's like, no, oh no, I'll never get that after bracha again. And then you know what you do? You eat something that you wouldn't have eaten just so you can make up that bracha. You're like, but most people are like, yeah, I missed it, it's all right, I'll do it next time. But when it comes to physical things, it's like, there was no sushi left. And you think about it all night. I can't believe they were greedy. They ate all the sushi. They didn't leave me any sushi. So greedy. What are they doing? What are their principles? Why wouldn't they leave me sushi? I'm like, oh my goodness, who's worse here? The sushi eater or the person who's so upset that someone ate the sushi? That actually happened once at Aish. In this classroom, one of the students came in and he was furious, fuming. I said, what's wrong? He said, last night there was sushi. We very rarely have sushi in yeshiva, I think. And I got down to dinner and there's no sushi left and there was people like 12 pieces of sushi. And these people, they're meant to be learning Torah, they're in yeshiva, but as soon as he comes into the kitchen, they turn into animals. How dare they? The principle of that thing. I didn't get any sushi and they had sushi. He was very upset. So I said, it seems like you like sushi. And he said, yeah, what's that got to do with it? And I said, I want to ask you a question. Let's say you hated sushi. You can't stand sushi. And you went downstairs and you saw there was no sushi left. Would you be equally as upset with those people who took too much sushi? Would you be upset at all? You wouldn't be upset. Why not? If it's about the principle of the thing, you should be equally upset. That's not what do they do. So you're just upset that you didn't get sushi, you baby. So what's worse, the sushi eater or the little I'm so upset I didn't get sushi, and then you're freaking out and blaming everyone? Ridiculous. I once ran a meditation course. Well, I did it a few times for COVID. 5-day silent meditation. Amazing courses. And one day I had to drive home to pick up something, and I was driving. I stopped at a traffic light. There was a learner driver, and there was a driver behind him, and then there was me. Learner driver stalls, green light stalls. The guy in front of me starts beeping him. Da, da, da. So I was like, what's wrong with this guy? Just give the guy a break. He's a learner. What? And then suddenly I stopped and I was like, I'm just beeping him. Maybe he was on the way to the hospital, his wife, I don't know. So just like he's beeping the guy in front of him, I'm beeping him and judging him. I'm no better than him. How do I know? So just say, judge everyone favorably. So judge him favorably, which you have to do a lot around here. Everyone driving on Shabbos, I say to my kids, oh, Mazel Tov! Go to the hospital having a baby. So many babies born on Shabbos. Another one! It must be. Why else would they be driving? They're on the way to the hospital. So your spiritual yearning should be at least as great as your Mike and Ike yearning. Oh, Rugalach. Really? I can't. I gotta get my hands on that Rugalach. Really? Spiritual. What do you look forward to more, lunch or mincha on Schnitzel Day? Okay. I hear that. What gives you more pleasure, schnitzel or mincha? Well, come on, Rabbi. Hot sauce or no hot sauce? God, hot sauce. Never eat hot sauce again. If you eat hot sauce again or sweet chili, it means you don't really believe in God. Yes. Apart from on Shabbos. Hit that hot sauce, sweet chili, or all you like on Shabbos. You don't need to eat it during the week. It's all sugar. It's not doing anything for you. No, but I'm hungry. Why not eat a carrot then, you idiot? Hot sauce, sweet chili is for Shabbos. In fact, sweet chili is Gematria Shabbos. What? Yeah, 100%. I bring my own stuff. I'll talk to you about it. Yeah. Yes. If it was up to me, you'd be eating very differently. And sleeping on the floor. Yeah.
About a hammock. Is it one of the unique things about Judaism, though?
A hammock? What are you, the king? Sleep on the floor like a mensch.
Is it one of the unique things about Judaism, though, that we are given the opportunity to spiritually elevate the material things?
Yes, but not if you're craving it. Yes. One of the beautiful things about Judaism is that we elevate the physical world. So unlike a Buddhist monk, I say this in every class I feel, unlike a Buddhist monk who doesn't get married and doesn't touch money and has very little food, or the Western people who it's all about money and food and sex, Judaism says no, money and food and physical intimacy done with the right consciousness is very, very holy. However, if you're craving it, you can't eat it in the conscious way. So if you really crave that schnitzel, and you say, I'm going to eat this schnitzel to elevate it, I'm going to say a bracha, but it doesn't actually work that well because you're craving it. Once you stop craving it and you're like, yeah, it's nice, I don't mind it, then you can actually uplift it. But as soon as you're craving it, if you eat it, you're just feeding a craving. So as the minute you don't want the chocolate cake, you can have it.
If we find ourselves in the position where we're craving the schnitzel with the sweet chili and hot sauce,
I wouldn't eat it.
Don't eat it.
I wouldn't. A ridiculous thing to do.
Even if you don't rush to eat it, take your time, sit down,
that would be much, much, much better. I think better than that would be go to the Macaulay, 9 shekels, get a can of sardines, protein, fine. I would not. If I can walk into the shuk and I smell something that I really want, like there's a fish and chips thing, there's no way I'm going to eat that. Anything that I'm drawn to physically, there's no way I'm going to feed that. I'm just feeding an animal. I'm not into it. And then Shabbos mayonnaise, ice cream, agave, no sugar. I'm not going to eat sugar even on Shabbos. I'm not stupid. But I'm going to eat some ice cream and I'm going to eat some nice stuff on Shabbos. And also, I'm not going to eat like a pig. I'm just going to eat nicer food and more treat type food. I eat chips on Shabbos. We have a chippy party. No, we buy like 4 different types of chips: the green Doritos and the honey mustard yellow ones, and we get
fruit.
Yeah. Fruit. I've got a funny relationship with fruit. I could just survive only on fruit, although the sugar in fruit isn't great for me. So it depends on what fruit. Granny Smith apples with full tahina. Yeah, it's good. It's good, but the truth is I could just eat grapes for 40 days and I'll stop. But it probably won't be good for me. But you want to do carrot juice. Anyone, if you want to really be in the game, once or twice a year, 6 days, carrot juice only. Completely cleansing, empowering. If anyone wants to do this together, we can. You know what I usually do? I usually do it. You fast on Tisha B'Av, and then you go into the days of carrot juice.
Wait. Leave it. How many carrots do you eat?
Chamishi Yamei Mitzgezer.
Over 6 days.
We've just had the. What?
Over a span of 6 days, how many carrots would you be drinking?
I don't know.
Why carrots? I don't like apple juice. Why not celery?
Carrots have less sugary, like fructosey type sugar, and they're very, very energizing.
Sugar's good for you, bro. It's sugar.
I have some caffeine with that, or just?
I have some sugar.
You stop having too much.
The ha'arevna is sweet. There's nothing sweeter than Torah.
No, it's like the sweetness we actually need like this.
So you have a little bit of fruit sugar, that's fine. But you don't need myconites. Sorry, am I even allowed to say that on camera? Sorry. Eat myconites is good for the business. But you don't need sugar. You need sugar, but not processed white death sugar. Yeah, 100%. Have natural sugar. Go over it. But barbecue sauce and sweet chili sauce. That's not natural sugar. Nor is even ketchup.
Honey.
Honey, better. Honey's better. Agave, stevia.
Stevia is also processed.
Not stevia. I don't.
Natural. It's natural.
I think stevia's okay.
Better. Yes, from a plant.
It's better than sugar.
It's better than
Which is not-
artificial. It's better than the
Talking about
artificial
love.
sugar.
What is your definition of love though? Because I feel like that
Oh,
it's a big question. I feel like. So I love mangoes. I'm
We spoke about this last time. There are two types of love. There's ahava sheteluya b'davar, a conditional love, and ahava she'eno teluya b'davar, unconditional love. Ahava sheteluya b'davar is love based on reasons, which people think that's really bad, but it's not. When you choose who to marry, it's going to be based on her character traits and her values and her beliefs, and you're attracted to her. But eventually you want to break through that and just have this love, which is just a feeling of oneness. I just feel one. In fact, the word ahava is the same gematria as the word echad. Love and one are the same gematria. They're both gematria 13. So it's really one love, and then 13 plus 13 is 26, Hashem's name. So real love is just feeling the oneness. I just feel connected to you, not for a reason. I just love you, and that's how I love you. And I love you conditionally as well, because I think you're quite nice. But even if you stop being nice, I believe I'd still love you because I also have an unconditional kind of oneness spiritual love for you.
You spiritually love mangoes, or is that conditional?
More spiritually, yeah. No, because if you can't love a mango conditionally, because that just means I like the taste of a mango.
Right.
So that's not true. When I say I love mangoes, it's just like a kind of godliness. I just love God's amazing world. Yeah, it's completely different. No, I don't actually love it. I love the concept of Hashem's unbelievable creation. Like my daughter, when I was talking, even when she was 4 years old, talking to my daughter about atheists. I just find them very funny. If you know any, send them. It's my favorite sport. And I was saying, Big Bang, and then soup, primordial soup, enzyme, and then it just luckily and randomly developed into everything. And my 4-year-old daughter looked at me and said, Abba, do they honestly believe that giraffes and mangoes came from the same thing? She thought it was hysterical. She just thought it was the funniest thing that there's an intelligent human being who would honestly sit there and say, well, if there's a multiverse over billions and billions of years, it could very luckily randomly mutate into mangoes and giraffes. Not only that, male giraffes and female giraffes that can luckily have baby giraffes. That was so random and lucky. My daughter killing herself now. She's like, there's no way anyone believes that. She thought I was joking. There's no way anyone could possibly believe it. She said, you're funny, Abba. And I was like, Chabir.